Now we will see the definition of a capacitor. Now we'll discuss about a device named as capacitor. Till now we were discussing about the capacitance of a conductor. Okay. So capacitance is the property of the conductor. Capacitor is a device. Have this in your mind. Capacitor is a device which is used to store charge. Let's see what it is. So a capacitor means, a capacitor is also known as a condenser. So capacitor is nothing but system of two conductors. You take two conductors and you separate them by an insulating medium in between them. Means if two conductors are separated by a dielectric medium in between them, then that type of a system of combination is what is called as capacitor. So usually what happens is, the two conductors which we are trying to separate, let's say you have conductor 1 and conductor 2, in between you have an insulating medium. So this type of an arrangement is what is called as a capacitor. Usually the two conductors will have equal and opposite charges. Means if this is having a charge of plus Q, this will have a charge of minus Q. So since though the magnitudes are same, since their nature is different, there will be a potential difference that is existing between them. Right. Hence, there will be a potential difference between the two conductors. So the conductors are charged by connecting them to two opposite terminals of a battery. Suppose this is there. The charging process takes place like this. So understand this. C1 is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and C2 is connected to the negative terminal. That's what they are saying. So the conductors are charged by connecting them to the two opposite terminals of a battery. Now we will be using the term like this. We will say the charge on the capacitor. So when we say charge on the capacitor, we are trying to say the charge on either of the plates. So that's what this point is. By the charge on the capacitor, we mean only the charge Q on the positive plate alone. If you see the total charge of the capacitor, it is 0. So as for a conductor, so generally for a conductor you have a concept called as capacitance. Similarly for a capacitor also we have capacitance. It is according to the same definition. See, the definition of capacitance is fixed. So the capacitance definition in terms of electrostatics is Q by V only. If there is any material or a system of charges which has a charge Q on it and the potential difference V across it, then capacitance is always defined as the ratio of charge and the potential difference. Okay, but in this case what happens is, the capacitance of this capacitor is independent of the charge and the potential difference that I'll explain, that we'll see later. So have this point in your mind. The capacitance is quite independent of the charge and the potential difference. So have this point in your mind. Similarly, depending on the different types of shapes of the capacitor, the capacitors are basically classified into three types. One is parallel plate capacitor, one is spherical capacitor and cylindrical capacitor. So these are all in the wide use, and we will see what are all the parameters on which the capacitance depends on. The capacitance of a capacitor depends on the geometry of the plates, separation between the plates, the nature of the dielectric which is present between them, and the symbol that is used for capacitance is just two parallel lines and you put two horizontal lines. So don't get confused between battery and this thing. Battery cell is a bigger line and a smaller line, whereas a capacitor will have both the lines of same length. So this is a capacitor of fixed value. So if at all you have a capacitor whose value is fixed, then it is set of two parallel lines. Similarly, you can think of capacitor which is going to have variable capacitance. Means it can be dynamically changed, like your variable adapter. Okay, it can be changed at whatever time you want. So this type is called as a variable capacitor.